Hello and welcome to Cyprus. In this video we are exploring some of the most iconic and beautiful abandoned places that can be found here. We've got long forgotten villages, jaw-dropping shipwrecks and more. So we begin with an abandoned village that is hidden somewhere within these mountains. So first we had to find it. Look at those mountains.
I can't look at it because I'm driving.
Yeah, you're a responsible driver. There it is. It's funny, kind of from a distance, it still seems like it could be a little bit inhabited, but
it is not.
It is not.
We need to find somewhere we can leave the car to be able to turn around easily as well.
Yeah, good luck turning around on this. Right, here we are.
We've made it.
Go and explore.
There's already some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So cool.
Everything's so intact. This is the abandoned village of Theletra. So the reason this one was abandoned was because of the threat of landslides from these massive cliffs behind me, and to be honest, I can see why. They would have been terrified. The material that these cliffs are made from is very crumbly and the risk is very high. This village is made in a certain way so that all the houses are kind of on top of each other, so if you are exploring, do watch your footing because there are just holes leading to the house below in the floors. There are a couple of houses here that are still inhabited from people who didn't want to leave, but the majority of the population of the village went up to the top of the hill, and we actually passed New Theletra on the way down to this, which is Old Theletra.
It's really strange to walk inside people's houses even though no one lives here anymore. I feel like someone is just gonna go up the back room and be like, what are you doing in my house?
Yeah, you can still kind of feel the history, I suppose, of each building.
Probably.
Imagine how strange it is to just be able to just walk down the hill, see your old house in this state.
Yeah, we're like, this is where I grew up, kids.
This is the cutest cat I've ever seen. And that summarizes our exploration of Theletra. For our next location, we drove down out of the mountains and towards the beautiful coastlines of Cyprus in search of none other than the most iconic shipwreck that you can find here. I think we see it.
I think we found it.
That wasn't hard.
That wasn't hard at all. A little wizard.
Wow.
That's kind of cool though.
So what you can see just in distance behind me is the very unique location I was talking about. This is the wreck of Edro III. It was built in 1966 in Norway, and it ran aground here actually only back in 2011 whilst being stuck in heavy seas. It was en route to Limassol, just up the coast of Cyprus from the Greek island of Rhodes. I'm so shocked with how close this is to the shore. You can see every single detail. There are actually surprisingly quite a few shipwrecks surrounding Cyprus, such as this one over by Limassol that we explored in another video. But this one, by far the most impressive. There's a reason I think it's the most iconic and famous.
I would say it's very accessible. I mean, we literally drove here and walked for 2 minutes. I mean, as soon as we parked up, we saw it. So.
I mean, it's pretty big to miss.
Yeah, that's true.
humongous.
Yeah,
80 meters long.
that's like 70 of me. If I was to line myself up.
That helps. At this point, I would like to quickly mention, if you do want to see even more from Paphos or even from Cyprus in general, please do feel free to check out my full Cyprus playlist, which I will link in the description and at the end of this video. For those who don't know, we have been living here in Cyprus for 6 months now, and we have seen some absolutely amazing places located all over this beautiful country. So now, as you may notice, the sun is beginning to set. So we're going to call it a day here, but the video is not over, because on to tomorrow and on to our next stop, and this one I really cannot wait for. Wow, look at this, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Where should we start?
I want to go there. That looks big.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. So we're right in the centre now of this old village, and I just cannot believe how many buildings are still intact here. I mean, everywhere I look. I do think this is a little bit of a hidden gem. I mean, there is nobody around. It is just us. If I shut up for a second, it's just silent.
Flies.
Except for the flies. Yeah. But it's a really interesting and unique look into kind of village life in Cyprus, and what was once a bustling village with amazing views. I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah, these look much more recently built than, well, say this or all of that. Which is...
But is it more recently or different materials?
It's tough to say.
Because it's different. You can see that has concrete slabs, and that's just stone. So, I don't know.
So, as you can see, nature is slowly taking over this village, and it's just so sad to think that less than 50 years ago these houses were inhabited by families and people, and just look at it now. It's times like this that I really wish that I could just kind of go back in time a little bit and just see how this village would have looked in its prime. So let me tell you the story of why this village was abandoned and is now just a shell of what it once was. The story of its desertion goes back to 1974, which was the year of the Turkish invasion of Cyprus. Now, this is a complicated issue in and of itself, which I won't go into details of here, but essentially, prior to 1974, there were Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots living together in this village, much like many other towns and villages in Cyprus at the time. But when the Turkish invaded Cyprus in 1974, all of the Turkish Cypriots were forced to abandon their homes here and be relocated to the newly Turkish northern part of Cyprus. And this village that we're in, like quite a few others, became completely abandoned because of this. Can you walk through it?
Yeah, you can. There's stairs.
Oh yeah, a few stairs left.
Yes.
And so that summarizes the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you do want to see more abandoned places in Cyprus, feel free to click this video here, in which we explore arguably the most famous semi-abandoned village in Cyprus. Please do consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. This is much steeper than I remember it being.
Yeah. It's always harder on the way up.
Almost there.
Yeah. Or if you have a good view.
Yeah.